Rahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Welcome to the Electrical Engineering channel. In this lecture, I will discuss load forecasting methods. And load forecasting is a necessity for power system planning, anticipated future load requirements for proper power system operation, for proper power financing, for proper grid formation, and for proper electrical sales. There are two types of forecast in power system. First is called demand forecast. Second is called energy forecast. Demand forecast is used to determine the capacity of the generation, transmission, and distribution system. The prediction can be done by past history or government policy. And energy forecast is used to determine the type of facilities required, for example, future fuel requirements. And there are different forecasting procedures. First is called short-term forecasting. It is actually a one-day ahead forecast method. For example, a weather forecast, because a weather forecast is accurately valid for one day ahead, and it will tell us if there is winter the next day, or more energy will be required, right? So if there is winter coming after one day, it means more energy will be required by the homes for the heating purposes. So short-term forecast is actually one day ahead. And the third type is the long-term forecast, and it is actually 1 to 5 years ahead. And it is used for maintenance scheduling and future expansion. And in between one day and 1 year, we have a medium-term forecast. So power forecasting or load forecasting is extremely important, because whenever we are installing a power plant at some place, we should do the planning which is applicable for almost 10 years, because not every day power plants are installed in a city or in a state. So it is extremely important to consider that the installed power plant is able to provide the service for at least 10 years in future. So there are different methods of forecasting. Load forecasting is actually done by historical data and government policy. So if we have historical data and it is actually showing us the variation of load for the past 10 years, then we can estimate the variation in load for the next 10 years. So in that case, we have to perform extrapolation, and extrapolation can be performed by several mathematical algorithms, and we can do the extrapolation by straight line fitting function, or a parabolic fitting function, or a three curve fitting function. Exponential fitting function can also be used, and Gompertz fitting function can also be used. So if we are performing straight line fitting, then the equation of the straight line or the first order polynomial will be used. For parabolic fitting, second order polynomial is used. For three curve fitting or cubic function or third order polynomial will be used. For exponential fitting, this general mathematical function can be used. And for Gompertz fitting, this mathematical expression can be used. And all of these methods actually are present for load forecasting, and we have to select the appropriate method by looking at the historical load variation curve. So if the previous 10 years curve is undergoing straight line variation, then we have to use the straight line extrapolation method for the future prediction as well, and vice versa for the other methods. So I hope you have understood the concept of load forecasting in this lecture. For watching more lectures, please subscribe this channel. Until the next lecture, it's goodbye.